Welcome back to the Green Room Podcast, guys. It was a long weekend, man, trying to fit in my fitness life, podcasting, but just also, these different things. But we don't care about that. Let's get into it. We back to the regular programming. So let's jump into it. You know what I'm about to say. We jump into all these. Saquon Barkley is basically catching a lot of backlash right now. And if you guys don't know, the Eagles was able to attend and visit the White House because they're coming off a Super Bowl win, as we just seen when they defeated the Chiefs. But he's catching a lot of backlash, not only for attending, but him and Trump is becoming close friends now through golfing. And he just got off FS1 with him. He's seen walking with Trump and these different things. And a lot of people are upset. And we a certain demographic too. Black people are really upset. I was got to talk about Black Twitter and different things. They're upset with this decision. And basically, Saquon Barkley had to come out and talk about it. And if you guys don't know, a lot of players didn't attend. I believe it was like over 24 that attended. But Jalen Hurts, some notable names. Jalen Hurts didn't attend, which he said 2 weeks ago or a week ago. They asked him at a gala. He walked away from the question, so that made, you know what I'm saying, we knew he wasn't going. A.J. Brown didn't attend, or Devontae Smith didn't attend. But so Saquon Barkley had to respond on Twitter after catching all this backlash from it. He says, LOL, some people are upset because I golfed and flew to the White House with the president. Maybe I'll just respect the office. Not a hard concept to understand. Just golfed with Obama not too long ago and look forward to finishing my round with Trump. Now y'all get out my mentions with all the politics and have an amazing day. So, I guess it's two sides because I'm going to say I understand. I think it is certain things that when it comes to like respecting the office, but what if the person in office doesn't respect it? Like that's just a question I'm going to throw out there. I know he talked about, he's doing this because he respects the office, and I'm not going to sit here and act like that's not an amazing opportunity to visit the White House and golf with one of the presidents or both of a former president, Obama, as he said. But maybe I can understand both sides because then again, a lot of players, basically in Trump past, we seen him talk and call basically somewhat. I wouldn't just go out and just say he's racist, but a lot of things that happen when it comes to African Americans and Trump responses on basically just talking about us and just these different things. So maybe it's not a maybe. I understand a lot of Black people who don't want to be around Trump or vote for him or, attend the White House at this moment. It makes so much sense. But for Saquon Barkley, to be honest, guys, I'm not surprised. Okay, so can we not act like? And yes, it's obviously a lot of things be racial, so I got to just be honest with you guys. Saquon has a white wife, I believe. So a white wife, which they caught saying the N-word, I believe, back then. So I'm not surprised, and I only say that because you can say, it's white families that doesn't like Trump or wouldn't attend the White House, right? But I'm just saying, when you're talking about Saquon looking at Trump as this white male that just doesn't like Black people, according to a lot of you guys, what you guys are saying, but then you have his wife that said the N-word before, who's also white, I believe, and let's look it up because I don't want to get anything wrong. According to Google, I believe she's white. Don't quote me on that though, because she can be mixed with a lot of other things. But so his wife is a white woman who also said the N-word, and then you're surprised that you see Saquon golfing with the president. I'm not really surprised at it. I think, and it's your right. You can do whatever you want. Me personally, I don't think I will, and I only say because I'm optimistic about it because I also understand that these are one of a lifetime opportunities, but it just depends on a lot of people. You have to remember, and I always bring up tax brackets and different things. You could be like, Jalen Hurts makes the most money and he didn't go to the White House. That's what I mean though. I think if I was up a certain amount of money, I don't have no reason to be around Trump because I got, what I came for as in life and conquered. But when some people, if the White House offered me this crazy position to work there, I'm not going to say no. You know what I'm saying? Just because I may not like what came out of the president's mouth that's in office. But I understand both sides, but I'm not surprised. You have a wife that say the N-word in her past. You have Saquon Barkley, that's his wife. I'm not surprised that he's seen with President Trump. He's golfing with him and these different things. But I'm not surprised by this, but it's going crazy all over social media because basically a lot of people are just super upset with this decision from him. But I feel like Jalen Hurts, we know he's like super pro-black, which is obviously amazing. Everyone that's black should be pro-black. But so we knew, I pretty much understood like Jalen Hurts wasn't going there. A.J. Brown wasn't going there. Devontae Smith wasn't going there. And I could be wrong, but I believe they said those three players, that notable players, didn't attend the White House visit. But yeah, I don't know. President Trump said he was a big fan of Saquon Barkley, so it makes sense. Like, big fan, and the other person basically saying he's a big fan and want to golf with him. So I don't know. Let me know you guys' thoughts. Are you attending the White House if you in these positions, or if you want coming off a Super Bowl as a black male, or you can vice versa if you want to switch a whole nother scenario. Are you attending a White House visit? Are you attending it after winning? But I'm not surprised. Like I said, I don't want to have to repeat it. But put me in the shoes. If I say my wife says the N-word, which could be a different race, it don't even have to be just. I don't want to just say white. And you see me at this White House with another white figure or something like that, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, would y'all be surprised that it happened? Because I'm already cool and married the woman that said the N-word. So I don't think race plays a part in my decisions a lot, because maybe he even voted for him. Who knows? But moving on, man. It ain't even moving on. We stand here at Trump because a lot of people are super upset with the tariffs, the changes and the increases in products. I know a lot of people shop at these different websites, and I just hear just these crazy increases with the tariffs going around. And a lot of people just saying they basically can't afford a lot of stuff that they did before, especially when shopping online. But you guys voted for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying who I voted for. I could have voted for Trump too, but you guys put him in a position you can't be like super sad. And I know, and I only say this because I believe it was like 80% said that they basically don't like the decisions Trump has made. And a lot of people, they've been going around, Republicans who voted for him, and said they disappointed in what he's done. But he's not changed. He hasn't changed. So I don't know why everyone is surprised. But the people who I also said voted for him, I'm not sure why they're super surprised too. But a lot of people is out here hurting, and I feel for them. But the only thing you could do is pray. Like, at this point, just pray. And I hear a lot of impeachment stuff going around. It's President Trump. He's not getting impeached. But and if he does, I don't want to actually see him get impeached. I'm not sure what could happen. But yeah, so I'm not truly surprised, but I would admit he talked about that he want to bring a lot of these facilities and different things to America, right? And bring Americans jobs. But it just doesn't make sense when you break it down. For someone who orders off Shein, or I don't believe Fashion Nova is made. I think it was made in America, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Los Angeles. But so someone who orders off Shein or these different websites, you got to understand that at least I'm talking to him. President Trump, I don't think he cares, but this makes sense. If something is $6, a shirt is $6 on Shein or one of these other websites that's made in China, and you want to bring the facilities here and these different things for American jobs, when they're probably not paying China employees a super crazy amount, it just wouldn't cost $6 anymore, because Americans not going to get paid $8 to $12 an hour to work in a warehouse as slave. At least I could be out of touch, but I don't think that's happening. So I just can't see them moving here and still offering the same price points that you guys have paid or look for, because it is just, if you pay an employee $15 an hour, that shirt won't be $6. Your cart full of 20 items won't be $60 anymore. But a lot of people are super upset, and I know he's going, I would say going viral. He's president of the United States, but he had basically all the felons and different things that he has on the line of the White House. Basically, he's at so many pictures. I can drop it right here. He has so many pictures of them on the lawn of the White House, and everybody is like reposting these different things. But I'm not surprised by a lot of President Trump decisions, but I mean, we just here, you have to pray and just realize just the person, I say we, because everyone, he's in office now, we elected to be in office. So I don't know where we go from there, but I don't believe an impeachment is happening. I think that talk should just go out the window, unless he does something super crazy. But I'm the person, if he get impeached, I'm scared. I'm staying home. Because I know a lot of crazy stuff that he didn't like hinted at before. I don't want to be anywhere near. But moving on, Shedeur Sanders. This has been in the news for at least, I know everyone knows Shedeur Sanders didn't pan out to go to draft picks that he expected or that a lot of people had him as. And basically, he's in the news now, though, for getting this prank call by a kid wished to be the Falcons defensive coordinator.
This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you.
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man. We're going to take you with our next pick right here, man.
This ain't gonna be nothing to do.
Hey, but you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, man. Sorry.
Son, and now he's just in the news because they're trying to see, like, does the Falcons DC deserves a punishment? But obviously you can't punish the kid. But is the decisions, the kid made the decisions, but obviously he didn't care about his dad because he found a iPad in the house, which didn't have, I guess, no lock on it or whatever, in which he found Shedeur Sanders' number and ended up reaching out to him. And if you guys haven't seen the video, I'll drop it right here also, to where he basically prank called Shedeur Sanders and basically just told him you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, which I don't like that because I know he's 21, but 21 is old enough. I'm sorry, we usually give an age excuse, but you're 21 doing that, trying to rain on somebody else's parade or just shit on somebody else's parade. I think that's super lame, and I don't think the Falcons DC deserves a punishment, but just going forward, I think the kid definitely needs to be talked to. I know he sent out an apology, but that's super lame because you got somebody who's like already down, and which Shedeur Sanders did keep everything like his spirits alive, even though he didn't get drafted in the first 10 picks or the first or second, third round. But so him ended up going in the draft pick he got selected at, but somebody else that just come in and rain on his parade is sad. And I definitely, it's a weird moment, but I don't think the DC should get like in trouble for that because I know the NFL opened the investigation of it and they found out who did it. And I think it's still ongoing just to see the punishment. But I don't think nothing should happen to the DC because it was just his kid. But, and going, not to switch gears so fast, but I've seen a lot of people saying that Shedeur Sanders didn't get drafted based off how confident and cocky he was. I don't think that's the case, guys. I just think a lot of people hinted at these interviews to where they just felt like you was bringing in celebrity backup quarterback. And if that's where I think Shedeur Sanders was a top 3 quarterback in the draft. But at the same time, I don't get paid for this. I don't get paid to sit and, you know what I'm saying, analyze what he does right and what he does wrong. And I think a lot of people seen those things because we have to flip it. I know a lot of people made it a black-white thing. Guys, if you go on S's page, I love S's, by the way. I love work for them one day. But I was in the comments going off on people because they made it a race thing with the post they made. I can put that right here too. And it's weird. It's not the reason he didn't get drafted. Because if that's the case, Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, probably 70% of the NFL draft was black. And that wasn't the reason he didn't get drafted, them top picks, because he was black. Because you got to think, if Travis Hunter, and Cam Ward is super cocky too. Like, let's not forget, but he's humbled at the same time. But if Travis Hunter or Cam Ward was acting the same as Shedeur Sanders, do you think he goes 5th round? Do you think they go 4th round? No. When your talent is so good, they're going to draft you no matter what, even if they're trying to prove a point. So I just think they looked up and realized this player who reportedly was saying they're going to pick which team they're going to go to, now it's time to select this person. It's like, no, like, he was already trying to basically pan out your future by saying which teams you're going to go to and what his dad was hitting at too. So I just think overall, I think it's coming down that he probably wasn't good enough at that to be those top 5, top 10 picks. Obviously, rounds. I don't know why he went after 3 rounds, but like I said, they may know more than us. But so yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I don't think Shedeur Sanders should have went that far back, but I just think somebody may have. A lot of teams said the interview process wasn't as good and these different things. And I think when you're not amazing talent you thought you was, you end up in this situation. But all I would say, he kept his hopes alive and his faith. And he has, I know they talk about the quarterback room, how trash it is, which it is trash, but that just means he can start. You can beat out a 40-year-old quarterback. Kenny Pickett, hands is little. Like, this how Kenny Pickett hands looks. But Kenny Pickett and these different people in other quarterback they selected, you can beat out all of them. And I don't even think Deshaun Watson will play or be on the team the way they hinted at that they didn't basically want him there anymore. Or they failed with the trade back then. So I just think he has a chance to actually play. But moving on, I've been seeing this on Twitter. 100 men versus a gorilla. And at first I had my thoughts. I'm like, 100 guys, they're not beating a gorilla, right? But I had to do my research in my head. I'm taking, let's scenario, boom. Let me give you my scenario. 100 man versus a gorilla. Boom, silverback gorilla. This is a crazy scenario, so I get to at least pick. I ain't gonna get weapons or anything, but I'm gonna pick. He ends up in the gym. It's 100 dudes that look like me. So I get to pick. I look like me, all black men ready to go to war with this gorilla. But actually, DEI, we're gonna be a little diverse in this. We're gonna put two white men are helping me too, okay? Are helping us. We're gonna do 98 black men and 2 white guys is helping. Make it DEI, right? So I think I got it. I just feel like the last 10 people will be the ones that's going to battle it out to be able to beat this gorilla. Like, I just think, how much, let's see, guys, gorilla. How much a gorilla weigh? So right now they saying gorillas could weigh over 350 pounds. Let's see the height. We said silverback. Crap. It's too late now. Let's go. I still think we taking them. Okay, silverback gorilla weight and height. I may have some say, but so let's say, all right, we gonna go 6 foot up, silverback gorilla, right? Because I'm 6'3", so we can get 6 foot and up, over 350 pounds. I think 100 humans in the gym take them. We working out and this gorilla coming to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, we like, what the? He gets to tweaking. I think we all can take him. And I know you thinking that's not how it works. No, this scenario is fake anyway. So let's say he's in the gym with 100 fit guys ready to, you know what I'm saying, go crazy. So I think 100 men can take a gorilla. Obviously, he's going to probably kill 80% of us. But I think overall, no weapons. We in the gym though, but no weapons, right? I think we can take them. You just gotta find. You ever seen movies where they be like, "Oh, shoot at the heart or shoot at the the eyeballs. That's what takes them down." We just have to find what a silverback gorilla is. Basically, like a sensitive spot. That sound pause. I mean, not like that, but find somewhere where it definitely can affect them when we're punching in these different things. But I got us versus a silverback gorilla. Like that's basically 100 men versus me. Look at shot stand up. 100 people versus me. Who y'all got? That's the same thing as them facing a gorilla, bro. Like, they going to war with me. And I got myself if it was me, but I got us if it was the gorilla. But moving on, man. Ryan Coogler, Sinners. I know I have to keep talking about Sinners, but he was supposed to, I was supposed to watch Sinners. I told you guys, when I see you guys again, I'm watching it. I didn't watch it. Give me time. All right. Oh, this is what we can do. I found it. I haven't watched Sinners yet. This is me throwing this out here for people. I should go on a date, right? To watch Sinners with, can you guys pick a woman for me? We can put this on Twitter. All right, boom. Let's wait. What's coming now? I haven't watched Sinners yet, and I really probably just want to, take a woman who hasn't watched Sinners either. You know what I'm saying? Can we go watch it together in Houston? I live in Houston. Can we go watch it this weekend on Friday? Let me know. If you know some women, drop them in the comments. I'm gonna go on a date for you guys to watch Sinners because I'm not going to movies by myself. I do a lot of stuff by myself. I'm not going to movies sitting there by myself. But speaking of Sinners, Ryan Coogler, they said that he was $200,000 in debt when he made the first Creed. And I'm always bringing them back up because the guy this film is basically doing phenomenal numbers. Like the film right now has made over $70 million in the box office as of this last week, right? So that's amazing, man. Stick with whatever your plans is because being $200 in debt with the first Creed to now having one of the highest grossing movies ever, I think that's amazing. Then they talked about his contract high in 25 years, I believe. He will get this film back under him from Warner Brothers. And I know it went viral and a lot of it, we could drop right here too. So he basically was going viral when he was on a show and they asked him about this contract. He was like, it's not the first contract Warner Brothers have given out or other studios haven't given out. And he's not the first person to get this. So he didn't know why it was basically going viral and everywhere. And he basically hinted at, we know why. But let me tell you, he's a black man, guys. You're a black brother and basically they don't know how you did it. Being in that skin color, which is so weird, but big ups to you, man. Don't worry about these I hate when these race things come out when they just put black man, like as in Ron Coogler does this, that, when we've seen other people do it also. Same with it could be football, these different sports. It's weird, but big ups to him for definitely doing this. I'm watching Sinners this weekend. Could you guys help me? Can you help me find a date? If you help me find a date, I'll give someone $20 if you help me find a date in Houston. I'm begging, huh? I'm done begging. But moving on, last topic of the day, man. Lakers are down 3-1 versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. And Ant-Man, I think the difference is a lot of people think that Bron is the same person. He's not. He's super older. And as you've seen, J.J. Redick started basically all the starters the whole entire second half and didn't make any rotations, which we expected this. I don't know why people hype this team up. No big man, no bench players. And the only way to win is if Luka just does these amazing things. But like I said before, Luka defense is terrible. It's definitely a top player in the league. But his defense is so bad, it doesn't make any sense. Like, when I say bad, I'm like, as you can see, his transition defense has been, it's terrible. It's so bad, bro. Let me start getting a little... Luka defense is terrible. And I don't see the Lakers winning this. Can we stamp it? I told you guys, so yes, you're looking at this. You was a Lakers fan. You said, when we got Luka, this is the best trade ever. We got it this year. We don't have to wait till next year. No. Luka is terrible at defense. He's amazing at offense. One of the best players you could ever probably watch at offense. But he's just so slow. His transition defense is bad. And he's going to give you those points that you're looking for, but he's going to give up the same amount of points that you're willing to stop. So basically, I don't know. You guys, you wanted this. You wanted this trade. And I think it's going to hunt you this year. But next year, if you only way Luka wins, if you surround him with defense and shooters. But it has to be elite. Because the same thing that happened with Isaiah Thomas, he was a liability on defense. He was surrounded by that. Same thing happened with James Harden, liability on defense. He was surrounded by that. But if you want Luka to win a ring, that's what you have to surround him by. But today, he's just going to be this amazing player that probably can make the finals, but I just don't see him getting over that hump based off how bad his defense is. And I don't think his defense is just so it's just he doesn't try at all. He literally doesn't try, and I don't see it happening. But long story short, you gave a player like Anthony Edwards time to sit there and think. You probably think he just, like I said, laughing. This guy wants Kevin Durant and them net. Pause. But it's like, after you gave him that summer to be mentored by them guys and play around them guys and travel with them guys, that was the best and worst thing for the NBA, because now you got a killer just there. Like I said, MJ, just ready to take every legend or every great and not just care about their legacy when their ball is tipped off. So we'll see, man. But I got Lakers lose. They're going to get out to this big lead probably on Wednesday. Then Minnesota will come back and basically get them off the court and send them home to be chilling in Cancun. But should have listened to me.